right now.
I like how that's actually going to be the very first thing we hear on stream is I am blind right now.
Yeah,
So,
my glasses like all fogged up.
Well, welcome everyone. We are here for another game of Apollyon League. This is going to be our Tier 3 game, Bleeding Lizards versus the Quiet Ones. There are no subs today, so we are actually having a full roster from both teams. It's going to be fantastic. For those of you who are not aware, our Tier 3 does end up beginning at, starting at the high end at 2,750 and below. So this will be our lower tier games here. Our games today, our maps today, we actually have Control will be Busan, as we see right now. We're going to go to Hybrid is Nabani, Assault will be Volsky Industries, Escort will be Havana, and if we go to a tiebreaker, it will go to Oasis. I'm just going to do one real quick check on colors to make sure I have it correct. Enemy color is reverse. Alright, so Lizards will be in green, while his Quiet Ones will be in the dark blue. Both teams are ready, so we are going.
Alright. Let's go.
Today with me, I do happen to have Tay as my Discord moderator, and I have Blink as my other co-caster.
Hello.
I like how everyone just knows me as the Discord moderator.
Well, sorry, Discord chat, Twitch chat. Because a lot of the time, you're the one that's paying attention to both Twitch chat and the Discord to, Oh, we already got 11 people in here. Thank you very much, folks. It's probably all the people that are playing. You stream sniping bastards.
Yeah. I think this will be a good game, though.
Oh, this will be a great game. This is going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it.
But I will have to go with Bleeding Lizards for this game, to be honest.
Now, what's your reasoning behind that?
I don't know. Icarus is
you're
pretty
biased. That's what's going
No,
on.
I'm
Right?
not.
I'm just messing with you.
Not at all. I mean, Django is good himself, but Icarus is just a monster. But he's on DPS, so we'll see how he's going.
Nice. There's a couple messages actually in Twitch chat. Did you happen to have it open there?
No, I haven't. Oh.
Yeah, I have Twitch chat open.
What are the comments so far? I actually only just opened it myself, so I missed those.
Yeah.
It's just Sai saying streams up that he's gonna sleep.
Okay.
Good luck have fun to both teams. And then it's Jedi typing LOL.
Oh, Jedi's watching. Perfect. More Northbourne for the reppin'. Alright, so we do end up seeing True Alphas get the first take to the point. They're actually controlling it at the moment.
Oh,
we're waiting
Icarus
still for it to
taken
go.
out easily by Furious Lion.
He goes in for probably a pretty aggressive push at that point, right? Like,
Yeah, he did.
kind of a flank. I mean, hey, you want to try and see if you can actually get a pick to give your team an advantage. But we are seeing a teleporter that's actually going to be coming out from Zamba. Zanda gets picked off by Django. Nice little icicle right to the eyeball.
And Icarus is on Pharah now instead of Doomfist.
A pretty solid choice given that they're doing the May Reaper, right? There's not really a whole lot that can actually deal with the Pharah. The only problem with this right now is you have your Lucio and your Moira. Like, your healing's going to be really tough to get to.
He's going to have to keep going back, but he's playing far away from them. Excuse me.
Lucio, there can only be one. Takes his fellow opponent out. And it does look like, actually, we're going tank for tank, Lucio for Lucio here.
Okay. Looks like Quiet Ones are taking this really heavy right now. They're defending very well.
Well, it just, at this point in time, it just doesn't look like Bleeding Lizards is really able to get themselves really onto point to start making some of that space and everything. I think what they're waiting for is either potentially a quick pick, or they're just building ults just to do a really hard take. The only problem with that is we got, Reinhardt gets walled off from his teammates right about there, punished by the Roadhog, which actually eventually ends up, having people that start pushing back and reset. Like, this is going to be a bad stagger if they happen to get a pick off on, like, Sigma right about here.
And they have the Simmel getting ready.
But going with how much they have already in the way of like percentage on the point, going with the thing of like, hey, let's just build up ults and try and take it. It's really dangerous because now you're gonna have to hold it without any potential things. Like we got Barrage that comes out here. Unfortunately, doesn't pick off anybody.
This person is taken out.
And True Alpha is still holding strong.
They're still just getting picked off. Looks like Quiet Ones might take this round. Yeah, they did.
All right, round one, a pretty solid take for True Alphas.
Yeah, they took that so quickly. Quiet Ones, you mean?
Sorry. Oh yeah. Sorry. That is a good point. They used to be called True Alphas for all of you guys out there in TV land.
Since season 1.
Yeah, but the funny thing is True Alpha's history is just so rocky. They have gone through the most roster changes, the most captains, everything since season 1. And with True Alphas coming into True Alpha's coming into this second season was just as a mess, you know, as it was throughout the entirety of the first season. So it was a no-brainer that once leadership changed, that we had decided to actually, or sorry, that they decided they wanted to give a name change.
So Leon Lizards are going with the Junkrat McCree now, and Quiet Ones are staying with their team comp.
Interesting choice to go with the Diva and the Orisa, yeah, like combo here. I mean,
you usually
not
see
that
Ryan,
it's bad.
You usually see Ryan Diva instead of Orisa Diva, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably that they're going with a
harder
option of
defense.
Well, that and being able to contest high ground on this map too. But looks like True Alphas is still getting the picks they happen to need as they slowly end up eating through the blizzards. Oh, blizzards, bleeding lizards. You know, it's just easier to get through an entire name if you just combine them together. Instead of bleeding lizards, blizzards. Got it.
The blizzards.
Okay, so bleeding lizards. Why are you not going with a May if you guys are going to be blizzards? That should be your that should be your catchphrase.
Yeah.
See, we're already getting into marketing for these guys. So it looks like they're trying to set up on top. They may not actually want to go in because right now we do happen to have Orisa pretty low. They're gonna have to want to stabilize themselves.
Oh, and
Icarus
takes out the main tank. They might go to try to take that now.
Meanwhile, Reaper was trying to be in the back line. It did stall them.
They're trying to fight off points so they can like take it as a whole.
This off the side poke method may not actually work out so well in their favor.
Double headshot on the Lucio.
Meek is just killing it right now.
Popping off now.
Let's see some of his action.
Out the Roadhog. They're doing really good right now.
He could actually take this if he gets this high noon off pretty good. Oh, except for he's got a really bad angle. He was able to get the Reaper out.
Still got the PS out. Oh, and he gets taken out by the May. Looks like Bleeding Lizards are taking this point.
Oh my god, that is so True Small. I forgot you used to be on Bleeding Lizards. Or sorry, on True Alpha's Bleeding Lizards. Wow.
They did use 2 DPS ults though, so the Quiet Ones do have the advantage on the ults right now.
Yeah, I mean, we got 5 ults online. I mean, King Bailey will probably get their ult very, very shortly.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to actually end up pushing through. I mean, we do have a few that could potentially come online during this next fight for the Bleeding Lizards. They do happen to have Silver Star in order to protect them against something like... Oh! Solid hook, actually, from Endragon, catching the Reaper out of position. Out comes both beats.
And looks like Quiet Ones take it back.
You know what? Nova just right there, as he ends up seeing that frozen enemy just walking straight into them, was just super aggressive. I loved it. I love seeing that.
Yeah. Drunkard's trying to get that shield down so they could probably get some picks with that high noon. They're on overtime right now.
They are right now.
Like Blue Lizards are getting a couple picks out.
They're getting the picks that they need to.
Roll, though.
Oh, and
he gets it walled off, but
true martyrdom right there.
Zan
Die
gets
to
2 kills with his dive. Nice.
True martyrdom from
This
Zan.
is
He's like,
looking like
I
a
will
really good
die for the team. My
Yes, he
death
does.
will be your success.
It's the best thing about Junkrat. Most people forget about when he dies, his minds come out.
See, Oreo's already catching on to the Blizzard's branding. See, we're already giving them marketing 101. Perfect, right? It's gonna catch on.
They're marketing for this. Icarus seems to be hitting a lot of crits.
Zan with a solid fucking tire right there.
So, yeah.
Just a matter of time.
And looks like they're holding this pretty solidly. Quiet ones are coming back with...
Alright, they do look like they're gonna end up needing to try and get themselves set up. Hog does look like he's trying to look for like an angle. He was trying to see if they were coming up or down. And it does look like they are presently up. They may actually end up wanting to try and get a nice rotation, pull them out of the position there. Nova does end up pushing himself onto the point. No hook in the books,
like a
but
really
we do
good
have a
fight
whole
right
hog.
now. And then here goes a high noon by McCree, and he gets no picks, but he did get the... Ooh, and May gets him out. He gets 2 picks. Reaper's coming back.
Oh, this is going to be the fight for their life. The fight for their lives.
They got 4 of them on there. Lucio's trying to get some boops to make him C9.
And Dragon's just trying to stall hard with ball.
Yeah, I've seen that. And it looks like Quiet One might be taking this one back. Taking it at 2-0.
Zan coming in with the tire. See if he can actually get some picks while they're trying to stall it out.
Trying his hardest to
Solid
keep it
2
in there.
picks.
And yeah, and taking out the bongo with him.
This actually that tire may have been exactly what Blizzard's needed in order to actually retake this point. It is
And
they
it's a team kill.
take it. Perfect.
And the team kill. Nice. Bleeding Lizards come
Oreo,
back with
I
the
want to
1-1.
see dive too. I want to see dive.
I definitely want to see a dive comp this game sometime. But it looks like Zan is staying on that Junkrat.
I'm ready for some barbecue.
You know, I haven't been noticing many teabags lately.
As many what? Sorry.
As many BMs.
Oh. You know what?
Oh, it looks like Quiet Ones are going with the Sigma now.
Well, so we're gonna see some Sigma Orisa, but I mean,
Icarus is staying with that Tracer.
all except for the DPS lineup. It's pretty much like the meta with the Quiet Ones at the moment.
Yeah, but now they're running a Soldier instead of the Reaper.
Oh, Django almost gets caught out of position there with the hog hook.
Django's
does
playing
manage to get
very
out.
well with this May. I'll give him that.
Oh, that hook got disconnected for Endragon. That's unfortunate for Endragon. And it does look like Bleeding Lizards are actually taking a commanding
They're holding
charge at this point right now.
They're holding very well right now.
They can
So
manage
they can
to
keep this.
yeah, the momentum.
Yeah. And I see a Pharah now instead of a Soldier. Noticing they don't have any large hit scan like the McCree.
White Monk, this is actually our tier 3 group, which is everything 27, 50, and below. So this is our low tier team.
Yeah.
We do 3
Silver
tiers.
to high 5.
I don't know if you're actually part of League or not already, or just stumbling upon us now.
Is.
White Monk? Okay. I don't know what he would be on the Discord, but I figured I'd
he's
give it a...
he's White Monk. I believe he's a free agent though. I'm not entirely sure. And May's trying to take out that Tracer, keeping her far behind. Ooh, in that headshot by the May.
Bailey almost walks over top of Zan's broken body to get himself killed.
3 out by the Green Lizards.
Quiet Ones do seem to be actually having demand
They're
power
taking
right
this
now.
bag hard. Do this. Ooh. And Lucio gets hit by that Junkrat. But he doesn't die. He's low though.
Sorry, who in the Discord are you there, White Monk? Just out of curiosity. He is no one.
Monkus. And we get a Junkrat tire. See if it hits.
Icarus looking for those targets
And
in their back
he
line.
gets the main tank out. And yeah, Icarus gets one of the supports.
Oh, nice little teabag from Icarus there.
Takes out DPI Stanley. Tracer's just bullying everyone. She's just poking, trying to get some picks, and looks like Bleeding Lizards take it back.
True Alpha's deciding to go with a Pharah themselves. Again, odd choice once you end up, you know, looking at the support lineup of Lucio Moira. It becomes really difficult when you end up wanting to get some heals as Pharah.
Yeah.
When you're when your entire team is either close range or within the vicinity, right? And unfortunately, Endragon got a little greedy there. He did actually happen to get himself taken out.
Especially with that Lucio Moira. If they had Ana, it would be a little better for the heals for Pharah, maybe? But even so, be better off having a Mercy.
Mercy for sure, and out comes the bongos. See if this actually ends up helping out.
They're not focusing the fire, and she's really low on the ground.
Yeah, it seems to, you know, not matter so much, right?
Yeah, it's working.
Unable to punish that far. I mean, with the if the Pharah's having to play close to the ground, the Tracer really could have actually ended up
switch from the Tracer actually to the Soldier.
He's T4, so if in our tier that would be bronze, right? Or, sorry, our league that would be bronze. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't even have a bronze elo.
We don't.
I know.
Bronze typically doesn't actually end up lasting long in our league. They usually, I think you started out actually bronze yourself, and
yeah, I did.
You're one of the few who stuck around. And
I was
climbed.
in the first league.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Me and you both are actually in the first league.
Dude, I was. Wait, were you in Damascus?
Yeah, I was.
Shit. Wait, where?
I was. You were casting my first game.
I casted your first game?
Yeah, it was Jamie and Biggs. They were just popping off.
Right.
Yeah. And it's back to good. The Quiet Ones just taking this hard. Definitely a back and forth game, but Quiet Ones take the whole.
Ooh.
That was Quiet Ones taking the win. 1-0 right now. Lucio play the game. Oh, is this that booth?
Oh no, it was the solid May wall off that actually ended up getting the take plus a boob. All right, there we go.
Solid play by Chris Awesome.
Stanley taking almost 14k healing. Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked to start seeing Stanley on support. I mean, I know support is support's one of his highest rank. It's just most of the time I've seen Stanley on, say, like Reaper and stuff like that. So it's really fun to actually see him now taking on some support.
Alright, and the next map is
Numbani.
Bonnie.
So that is map 1 does happen to go to Quiet Ones. That is a 1-0 Quiet Ones at this point in time. So Blink, was there out of that map there anything that surprised you? Anything that
honestly, I see
really
a lot
stuck
of
out
those
to you?
kind of comps in my comp games itself. Like I see a lot of Fars just playing without a mercy, and it doesn't really surprise me.
Right.
It's
I
kind of
get that
awkward
too.
though.
You know what? I've done it.
But yeah, I have too. But you like need to like get a couple picks out if you're gonna like stick with that. Play with your health packs and your supports. But they definitely did switch to counters, which is really good on both sides. It's definitely gonna be a really good game. Definitely can't tell like who's definitely gonna like take the win, because that one it was just going back and forth too much.
And then it does look like we're actually going to be seeing Icarus, or as we like to call him, Meek, swap into the off-tank role, whereas N-Dragon is actually being swapped from off-tank over to damage at this point in time. There are no swaps on Quiet Ones.
Might see Meek on that Zarya.
I was gonna say we're gonna see some nutty
famous
Zarya,
Zarya.
some nutty Zarya
my
right
God.
there. But Django, man, Django with some of that
His May
May
is just
plays, right?
insane.
Like,
I haven't seen him play much May in a while. Whenever I played with him, he's usually on support, if I remember. So we have Meek on tank now, and N-Dragon is their DPS.
oh yeah. N-Dragon on DPS, I've seen him actually a few times, like, take on some hit scans, like, such as Widow and stuff like that. I've faced him, actually, 1v1 in Widows in last season.
Oh yeah.
Could actually be interesting to see that.
How is he?
Decent sniper, sniper.
Yeah. I think we've actually played against him once on his DPS. He was pretty decent.
Yeah, I remember, specifically I remember facing him in Route 66.
Great map. He says, you don't like Route 66.
The thing that bothers me most about that is the fact that he said Route 66 and not Route
Yeah, I
66.
know. He's Canadian.
I'm
He's
Canadian, eh?
indeed.
Okay, rest of this stream's actually gonna be about like how Canadian is, you know, up on the roof.
At least you're not like
my-
Dax and plays God Save the Queen. That's England's national anthem.
I mean, I could play out Canada.
And,
That really
Dragon
makes
uses
me feel
his
better.
Sonic Arrow, trying to scout them out.
Oh, you gotta get those scouts out. But it does look like Quiet Ones are going with the back route at this very moment in time.
Yeah.
They're going with the Sigma Orisa, and they finally got a Mercy for that Pharah. Doomfist is probably going to be a key member of the engagements here. Although Sigma gets pulled out of position by the Roadhog, does happen to get back in time.
They're doing pretty decent on that shield cooldowns. Well, not shield cooldowns, the shield dancing a little bit. Playing with both shields. They're, I don't know, using them a little bit weird. Like you usually wait for one shield to go down, then use the other.
Ooh, Django's in a difficult spot at the moment with being on, yeah, I was going to say that his pocket ended up leaving him there, so he was not going to end up having a good time in that back line, maybe wanted to move out.
It's just taking out that bar. They're running away. And they're running from the top now instead of the back corner.
When you end up having
They're
like a
trying to
lot of
take it
shields
tighter.
like that, you want to take some of those tighter chokes, but it does end up meaning that they've taken a lot of damage with that Junkrat spam right there. Out comes the barrage from behind, does take out
And
4.
she gets taken out, and they could take this.
It could take this, they should take this. I mean, they've taken out 4 members. Yes, the Hanzo is able to actually punish her, but they got res, so they're
He's trying to push in, but he gets taken out.
He had no choice but to push in at that point,
Yeah.
right? Like, he's already on their side of the field.
Yeah, he was already kind of staggered.
It's an
Staggered,
unfortunate
but-
stagger, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Very unfortunate.
Although he does end up deciding to go from a long spawn ult, see if that can actually end up grabbing anybody. They've heard about it, who knows? Will they forget about it by the time it reaches them? Actually, it's not going to be hitting anything by that angle.
It's not. He's going for a switch, and he's on McCree.
I figured that was why he
Trying to
decided to
take
go
out
for a
that
switch.
farmers. Yeah, it was a good switch.
And out comes the tire. Oh, and the tire from Zan is taken out by the enemy Junkrat. Mercy here going after this hog. Ballsy move, which actually gets her killed.
Yeah. Hog's just trying to get in that fight, but he just can't stay in there long enough.
Dude,
Second he gets in
Meek's
there,
not a hog you want to be contested.
No, he's not. Not saying he's a bad hog, but he's... Oh, he gets
No,
a
no,
pick on
he's
the
not a
jumper.
bad hog. He's a fantastic hog. That's why you don't
Yes,
want to
he
contest
is.
him. He's a monster up between Hog and Zarya. It's going to be
He's just
scary
really
next
good with
patch.
all of his tanks that he plays. His
And right now,
support's really
I mean,
good too.
We do happen to see Quiet Ones taking pretty aggressive
They're
stance
pushing
here.
very aggressively.
Yeah, well, it's giving them plenty of room. Like with Django now taking like the skies, like they don't really have a whole lot to deal with if they can take out Endragon, right? Like he's got
McCree's
free reign.
just gonna have to target that pharmacy for anything to happen.
Might be a little tough with the McCree because I mean most of the time with Pharmacy, they'll probably play a little bit out of his range, so he's got to get more shots off with fall off and everything. And right now we got Django. He's sneakily trying to get around the back here, but he gets caught by the hog, who gets Meek. Not a fan of those flankers.
No, he's not. He says, "Get out of my town."
Another.
And Quiet One's just keeps getting picks. That Junkrat's just getting right behind them.
I agree.
Just
Small.
popping
He
off.
probably should end up going with the Widow, or even Ashe. It is harder for McCree.
Yeah.
Soldier, if you're pretty good at your tracking, would probably be. I mean, McCree's fantastic. I'm not
have
gonna
a
lie.
buddy
You can
who
do it if you're
plays
really good.
McCree and takes out Pharmacy like nothing.
Oh, I mean,
But
you just gotta make sure
you
you're
have to be
consistent.
good. Yeah, you have to hit good shots consistently. Headshots all day.
Not even headshots, just like
Yeah.
even body shots. Like I
But
think you
that's
need like
just the
what
easiest way to
3
take it
body shots if you're within range. Would take out the Mercy, and then you just go after the Pharah. But now you have the Pharah who's
Yeah.
on your ass.
And oh my God, Meeker just popping off with the hog.
Oh, and Hog gets taken out of his whole hog with a rock from Brawl. Brawl
And another
laying down
3K
the
by the Pharah. It's insane. And it looks like White Ones might take this one. Oh, he didn't get the ball in that, I don't think. Ooh, 3 by the Junkrat.
Oh,
And
yes.
then Meek follows up with that Sigma.
Zan actually gets a nice solid 4K. Or was that a 3K?
Now they're just gonna sit there and just wait for them to come back.
Zan seems to be coming out with these clutch tires a little bit. You know,
he is.
last game, I mean, they did happen to lose the last game, but that tire did end up saving them that one round. Came out
And Django
right when
gets
they
taken
needed
out
it.
by the Fan the Hammer.
Yet again, does it this time. Django is probably
They
a
go
little
for a
up
rest,
close.
and it gets. Ooh.
No, it gets awesome.
Yeah, it does.
Unfortunately,
Should've
Furious
seen that's
Lion
done,
does get taken out.
Unfortunately. It looks like Quiet Ones are taking. They're playing safe, it seems. Just trying to get a couple picks before they actually get in there.
King Bailey has decided to take on not only the healing role, but the tank role as well. This is a frontline Moira who gets punished, but up to that point.
But they're
Up
still,
to that
they're
point.
still getting picks off.
Oh, exactly. Like focusing down those. Ooh,
And
hate
Django
to see
walks
that.
right into the mine.
Were you spectating that at the time too, from his point of
Yes,
view?
that was.
So was I.
It was. He literally
It was just walked
into
around the corner. And it was just like, hello.
Hello, my death.
right now, Hog's being able to push them off the point, which actually may give them the ability to actually get this push through.
Moore's just trying to take everyone out right now while giving the heals.
And we got Ball now on point trying to stall, but they are getting the picks. I mean, the stagger game right now is real. They just got to end up...
Green is just trying their best to get them into overtime right now. Just trying to get in there and stagger them.
At this point,
you
don't even need to actually... Yeah, you don't even need to actually stop them entirely. It's just running out the
They
clock.
just have spawn advantage, so they could just keep going in.
Like, at this point, I wouldn't even give crap about my team actually... whether they were capping it at this point or not. I mean, obviously you try, but when you end up getting to this point in time, I mean, run that clock out, trying to get even the clock advantage. That's all you guys need, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you're doing payload, you're fighting a clock. You're not fighting the enemy team. And we got N-Dragon here, who's on the Tracer. Another beat, giving them some solid ground to stay safe. Does pick out Silver Star at the same time.
Didn't beat that long ago either. So he's getting pretty consistent beats.
Well, with all of the damage that's going around, it's probably tons to get healed. We already have another Coalescence that comes on. Double Coalescence.
Double Coalescence. And
it's a double rainbow. It's not rainbow because of the fact that Coalescence is fucking common as shit. One of the
and
quickest.
Lizards are just getting picks right now. Seems like they might actually take this.
Lizards may stop them here. Actually, this is fantastic for the Lizards.
Nice. Now all they need to do is get that third point to win this map.
That could be fantastic for the Lizards, actually. Yeah. If they can actually just push it that last second, right? Like that last little inch. Like they were really close.
That means they won't have to go to a third and fourth round.
Oh yeah, it does shatter the entire, third and fourth round thing out of there. I'm sorry for you viewers who wanted to see Numbani to go into, additional rounds.
Sadly, but no. It's actually been a while since I've seen Numbani besides my game.
Yeah, or quick play.
But who plays quick play?
We were before the game. I mean, you guys were leveling ult, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so it does look like on defense here, we're going to see a Orisa Hog yet again, but we're going to see
like
a
we got Ryan
Zarya. Although Ryan Zarya,
on that Zarya.
The Zarya Doomfist actually will work out pretty well. With him going in to give Icarus charge. And to be honest, Meek is the one you want to be giving charge on that Zarya, right? Like, if N-Dragon happens to go in, I haven't seen actually N-Dragon on the Doomfist, so that's going to be a little...
He went against us before on Doomfist.
Oh, did he? I
he did.
may not have noticed myself, but I don't know if I was paying watching that game.
We probably thought it was Meek instead of N-Dragon. But he's pretty good on Doomfist.
Is he? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know what? I actually... Django on Torb's interesting. I would have actually thought that he would have been the one that was on the Hanzo. I've seen some of the shots that Django can do, and Django's
good.
Pretty solid. And right now we got a couple trades going off on either side. Ooh, no, we actually do happen to see that Brawl is taking out their lineup as they're on point. This might be where Silver Star wants to actually get out or Doomfist.
And got the Zarya up top. Got Junkrat coming back to his team.
I want to say Blizzard so bad.
Yeah.
No, I'm responding to Oreo here.
Oh, I didn't even see that in the chat.
Torb for president 2020. You know what? I mean, if I was
the bubble, but
I'd be okay with him being president of the US. I'm Canadian, so what does it matter to me?
And so Ryan takes out that turret on the low ground, charging in there, going nuts, and looks like they take out team almost. They had this.
Enemy turret destroyed.
They're making an
funny.
aggressive push now.
Django saved himself by just for a second, from the Doomfist by dropping his turret. Cause, Doomfist ended up landing on the turret that it was just dropped instead.
Yeah, I don't think I actually seen that. I was spectating someone else at the moment. I just kind of like go around watching everyone, trying to get in fights.
You know, I take Torb for Prime Minister too.
Oh, Jenko's back on the main now. The Torbjorn.
He might listen to science. Well, actually, ours actually is very heavily listening to science, but
we got
it's your guy
5
that doesn't like
ults
science.
on the Bleeding Lizards. While actually both teams have about 5 ults now.
Yeah, and right now Endragon's just looking for something. I'm wondering if they're trying to coordinate with a nice little halt in order to actually get Endragon's.
Endragon's right behind the team.
And he goes in. He's got actually a pretty solid slam,
out.
but he actually didn't really get a whole. He must not have hit. He must have gone a little too far because there was not a whole lot of energy taken off of that.
And
that
Hanzo
is.
gets 3.
Yeah, Lion gets.
They get 4 now with the Hog.
With Hog, yeah.
Looks like Doomfist is staying back so he doesn't get picked off.
Score is currently 1-0 for Quiet Ones.
Yep.
We're just on map 2 right now.
Doomfist trying to like poke out. Seems while Zandai's trying to break their shield on Junkrat. He's got ult. He's gonna go it. Being a little sneaky with it, and they destroy it with the mortal.
That's actually unfortunate because
yeah.
Last couple.
Oh, and they get grabbed, but Mora gets out of it. Trying to heal her team while they're got in the grab.
Oh man, we went with a grab into a slam into Doomfist ult into
Doomfist died.
He tried to punch the Hog off, but they already booped the Hog and he punched.
Unfortunate.
And that's what happened.
They're getting pretty close to the point though, and I think they can actually end up pushing this. They don't really have a whole lot to work with on Quiet Ones.
This is pushed out a little bit faster on the payload part.
I mean, 4 minutes to get through this is pretty decent. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be tough to hold it for 4 minutes. I always
not that we
like that.
not that we not done this before, but
yeah,
this is going to be the hardest part to push through, right? They might actually have to be relying on one of Xanadite's
for how
clutch tires in order to actually get that. Yeah.
4 minutes, 3 minutes.
Man, like Brawl here just tearing
and they got
through
a
Reinhardt's shield
by the Jenga.
Yeah,
and they get 3 picks right now.
Brawl is showing up to be like a pretty lethal Roadhog himself.
He's just a brawler, man. There's no stopping him. And looks like May's taking the high ground right now, trying to get some damage out there. But Doomfist goes up there and gets walled, it seems. Well, it looks like Quiet Ones have all ults right now, trying to save up for like a big fight.
Will be having
this, and they use Blizzard with the rally and dragons. They're just using all their ults right now.
A dangerous game to be playing when you're using all your ults more on the defensive. I mean
they do have had ult, but still.
Out of all of your ults, I would actually end up arguing that May's ult is probably the most defensive that you actually have on the team right now for Quiet Ones. Throwing that out there, I mean, not that you can't build it up pretty quick, but well, yes, but I just mean like the counter major. You know what? Looking at the lineup for Blizzards, there's not a whole lot like that you need to defend against, but still.
Yeah. And it looks like Bleeding Lizards are just holding their ults right now. Still have one ult with the Quiet Ones though. So hold them, and they get a hammer. But
they're going with it.
They only get 1 pick with that.
Well, they're going with an aggressive speed,
and
so
they Lizards are taking out them.
This is where lizards are going to be taking ground. You know, the funny thing is, we were talking about how much time they actually happen to have when they first came around that corner. It's been 3 minutes that we've been on this corner. So we are now coming into...
Yeah.
Well, we went from almost 4 minutes down to 1 minute left.
Yeah. You're right. They're just moving. Dragon's coming out, but Furious Lion doesn't seem to get a pick, but he does seem to like push them back a little bit with it, trying to create some space.
Icarus does end up using his grab, but doesn't unfortunately get as many picks, you know, as you'd hope with the grab. I think they were hoping to grab End Dragon to actually get a combo with it, but he got picked in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, with that one pistol. Still have Meteor Strike by the Lizards. And then Bradley comes out by the Fireworks. With the Meteor Strike.
Meek gets the actual pick, dodges the, sorry, End Dragon. Dodges the hook with the Meteor Strike.
I didn't even see you talking about him. I was just kind of saying, I was on End Dragon talking about him. And now we're back.
Oh, and it looks
and
like
Quiet Ones take it.
Are
Zan
gonna
just
take
can't get in there. 2-1 or 2-0 by the Quiet Ones.
Wait, how long? How many times have we actually said it, or have I said it?
What? True Alphas?
No, Tay.
Blizzards?
Blizzards.
Blizzards. I actually just said it.
You said it 3 times in one fight.
Did I? In this map?
Oh,
yeah.
that was a good old.
Whenever going around the corner.
Oh shit. Could I have been talking about the actual blizzard? Because there was a blizzard from the May that I was talking about.
You said blizzards, and then you said bleeding lizards, and then you said blizzard again.
It does look like we are swapping End Dragon and Meek back to their original roles. End Dragon is taking the OT role, whereas Meek is being swapped back to damage.
Django says he lagged out.
Okay.
Oh, Django.
Django. Always messing up, Django.
His Wi-Fi is actually garbage.
Yeah, it is. She said actually garbage.
He knows it is.
Yeah, he does. Neither team has any subs, so we guess we just have to wait for Django.
No, we got a few moments that we're actually going to end up taking as a quick break, as a mini halftime question mark if we don't get a reverse sweep. But I'm going to quickly end up using that as a moment to quickly see if we actually happen to have a invite while I'm changing the map. Our next map is going to be, I think it was
Volskaya.
Volskaya, thank you for reminding me.
I always pin it in game chat so that I could just in the narrative.
I actually just have the sheet open right now.
I just remember from my game.
Oh, is it? It's you're on the same set then, okay.
Yep.
Mr. T Broncos, I do not see you online.
I don't think he's online either.
I invited.
Perfect, thank you.
He was invited earlier, but I don't think he accepted it. Oh, there he goes.
Perfect. You know what, Blink? Why not give me some of what you're expecting to see out of here while I'm
On
trying to do some of this
Volskaya,
stuff here.
I'm thinking that on defense, someone's going to be running a bunker type, like maybe Junkrat again on Bleeding Lizards from Zandai. Meek might be on that Doomfist or Torbjorn. Expecting. Oh, they don't have Jenga, so I don't know what the quiet ones might be running. But
Broncos
see,
I've seen
Broncos
often on
is-
Reaper. I've seen him on Hanzo quite a bit. Hanzo I think is a pretty big staple for Broncos.
Yeah, but Furious has been really good in his Hanzo, so I think they might have him on Hanzo, while T Broncos might be on that Reaper.
This is true. At least that way they actually have the ability to swap that off, right?
Yeah. And then DPI, he's been killing it with his Mora. Arya's probably gonna be on her Reinhardt, I think. And Dragon might be Zarya.
Potentially
But
on the attack, yes. I'm expecting the Reinhardt on the attack for sure.
yeah,
That's the surprising thing that I've seen is Arya running Orisa. I've never really seen her run Orisa.
yeah, that's true.
Like up close and personal. Like I've never really seen her main Orisa, I should say. I've seen her run Orisa, but I don't think she's mained her.
No, but her Reinhardt has been pretty good. She plays very aggressively, which is pretty good with the Rein Zarya.
Especially for Meek.
Yeah, definitely with Meek. Chris Awesome, he was killing it with his Lucio, but we'll see if he'll stay Lucio or switch that up. Oh, we have to put Django on spectating red.
Oh, wrong one. Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you for calling that one out.
Yeah, I just noticed it. There we go. Haven't seen Zandai play anything but Junkrat yet, though. But he's been doing a really good job with them.
It was a niche that he has found in the last little while. Used that to help him climb out of silver. Recently got himself into gold, so congrats to Zan.
Nice, nice. I did that with Tracer, except I was from bronze to gold.
Oh, nice. See.
Literally one tricked her.
Plus, him using Junkrat in the meta right now is
Yeah.
actually really helpful.
I've actually picked up Junkrat myself because of double shield. It's just a pain.
It is. You know what? A good one to pick up for double shield. I mean, is Hanzo.
Hanzo.
He's got better shield break.
I picked up Hanzo too.
It's just there's a little bit more in the way of normal aim that you have to do. But I mean, for the most part, there's still a lot of spam involved and
Yeah.
lucky shots. So it's still not a bad one to pick up. So we're just waiting on one team right now in order to actually give us the okay. Give me 2 seconds. I also happen to have somebody at my door.
Alrighty. Yeah, this game's going pretty good, but Quiet Ones are just taking it at the end. They're just sneaking that win in at the last minute.
I really want to see a reverse sweep.
That would be great. Almost like how Battle Biscuits did.
Almost, yeah. If they lost their tiebreaker.
Alright, I am back. I just experienced an episode of when roommates forget their keys.
Oof. That's always fun, right?
Exactly.
So, are we ready to begin, or are we taking a couple minutes still?
Alright, so we are good to go. Let's get this third map on the road.
Alrighty, let's go.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Keep forgetting I have the stream open so I hear everything twice.
Oh, God.
Initiating launch.
Alright, Volskaya Industries. One that I actually would not miss if they pulled it out of the... not that I don't like it, but...
I don't
miss it.
like it, but I don't dislike it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I nothing it.
I miss Junkertown, if you want me to be honest.
Is Junkertown not... No, I thought Junkertown was.
Nope. No. They took out Junkertown and Ilios.
I was kind of happy that Nepal stayed, though.
We have Arya on Sigma instead of the Reinhardts. What is this madness? Are we not seeing a 360 shatter? Whack.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
What do you mean, SR on what? Sen Horjira? Horjiraya?
I think it means like, what's the SR range?
The SR range is 2750 and below. So this is our low tier group.
To be fair, someone right before that said what rank is this? And
did
me and
they?
Arya both answered.
People don't listen or look at the
And then he said SR.
So we have
So this is
Deepers
an
on
interesting
Ash,
route that
and
True Alphas is
the
taking, like...
Quiet ones are taking
Quiet
that
One, wow.
hotel room, or whatever you would call that.
Oh, they're
little
going
house
for the
that-
teleport right above them. They're going to drop right on top of them.
Yeah.
It actually forces them back
my
pretty
God.
solidly, taking out Ari real quick. She didn't actually
Yeah,
end up
they
getting
took
to
out
be
the
able to
thing.
back up quite as quick. However, it does end up being not so
Yeah.
great for T-Bronc. Actually, fuck, Xanadite and Endragon
Zan.
taking them out in the meantime.
Going
It's
off
like
with that Junkrat.
they may
looks like
they may
they
have
have a
pincered
Junkrat of their own.
themselves.
But he just can't do the Junkrat things.
And they may be able to... Oh, they're going to chase down this Anna. Unfortunately, it may be Endragon's demise. He put himself way too deep.
Yeah, what is he doing out there?
That was a odd choice of where to go. I mean, you're not going to be able to take their teleporter once you get up there.
They're holding pretty strong, but that Reinhardt, I'm questioning. They trade picks. DPS for tank.
Oh, and Silverstar almost getting caught way too up front. He's gonna get greedy on this. Oh, Icarus being able to get that out quick. I mean,
Yeah.
Burn
Stopping
is
them from getting anywhere.
fantastic. I'm actually surprised if they're gonna go with the Ashe, if they're not going with the Mercy. Damage boost
Yeah.
fucking Ashe is fantastic,
It's
and they're
OP.
just bullying this
That
Roadhog
just
on
got
point.
bullied.
It's not
They're
great
gonna
for
try to
Quiet
get rid
Ones.
of those turrets now. And they got a TP on the right side right now. Two teleporters there. Looks like Team Broncos is low on his sim. And DPI Stanley takes him out. They're holding out pretty well.
Right now, Furious is up on the ledge.
And Lisu gets taken out by the Junkrat.
This is actually a good lead for
But
Quiet
they put
Ones.
out that sim wall, so he's gonna back out. And here's Stan looking like he's trying to get in there.
I mean,
Oh,
it
he backs
might
out.
be a little tough on the
Probably
six
just
point.
yeah, he's probably just getting some poke damage out there.
I mean, there's like a definite advantage in the way of ults for Bleeding
yes,
Lizards right
I
now,
agree.
but at the same time, I mean, Tyre could be a fight-changing ult, right?
Yeah.
So
Tyre's
get the
usually
team wipe,
changing
and
ult.
hell, if you start that off with like 3k or something like that, like that's pretty nuts. And with his location right now, he's actually in a really good spot where they haven't noticed him. He took a little long. He's probably going to end up going for a... Oh! Gets
and
caught
gets
by a
hit big,
random from
but it's
Zan!
Spam Rat getting him. Trying to take out that shield now. But he's still trying to get out of their range so he doesn't get hit. And Quiet Ones are using the coalescence.
Meat caught almost out, but another tire comes from Zan.
Was that the second tire?
He had one
did he
earlier
just-
on
Oh
point.
yeah. Okay. And Risa low out there by that Ash, but
Right
she gets
now-
low heals. And then
Now we got-
Roadhog coming around on the left side of the
Lion's
Ash,
way behind them.
but
He's
she
just
doesn't
kinda
seem to see
waiting.
him. Or
He's
not
poking
trying
out.
to
I
get
don't know
him
if he
right now.
should be poking out though right now because he's
No.
if he gets spotted, he's gonna end up not being able to get this tire off like he's hoping to. He should just be waiting right now for
He's getting out of there.
only
that
get
health back.
Zan at this point in time.
And yeah.
Will it
Do
be
it right
enough
now.
to actually start the big push? They do happen to get Silver Star at the same time, so this gives them a two-man lead, except for the fact
holding
that
his shield up. And
they
then
get
got
one in
that
the-
Roadhog ult, and he just takes two of them out like nothing. And the tanks take it on. Quiet Ones might have this point. Took out half the team basically.
at this point in time, Bleeding
Right,
Lizards
yeah,
is
they're
actually
just
going to
kinda
definitely want to be
staggered.
staggering,
Not really
or
staggered,
not
but
even staggered,
stall.
stalled. Oh, and a
Yeah.
shatter comes out from Endragon. See if that
That
actually
was
ends up getting
huge.
anybody, but it does actually happen to... Ooh,
And that was a good bob.
followed up by the Bob. That actually may have saved them getting that point capped.
Push Quiet Ones back definitely. And it looks like both teams both have... No, never mind. Bleeding Lizards have two ults. And the Quiet Ones are on one right now. And Junkrat's trying to take out that Roadhog, and he does it successfully.
Roadhog accidentally drops down. He's going to actually get potentially picked out of this, yep. And Endragon does get the Fire Strike on him. But Icarus may be in a similar situation because he accidentally fell himself.
Junkrat, you mean Reaper?
Wait, did I say
Yeah, you said Junkrat.
names, things, whatever?
Same thing.
They
They're both
spam?
bullshit characters.
They both spam.
They're both bullshit characters. Even though I played Reaper, but we're not gonna talk about that.
And like pushes himself
And we get a
out of it.
coalescence in
Out comes
both sides actually.
Grav. We'll be looking for a tire. Although tire came out a little late, so he only ends up having to get one out of it. But it could be enough to all they needed actually, or
They
to
take out their
save
Junkrat
this.
on the Quiet Ones.
Hey, they just need to save the point. They only need to get a couple.
Broncos gets taken out too.
Icarus with a couple of headshots.
He's just sniping them out. Playing a very well positioned Ash. Trying to stay out of their line, out of their sights too. And on
Yeah,
the
on
high
my
ground.
screen, that was not a headshot.
And another Bob by
No, that did not look like a headshot.
Were you watching
And
Meek
they
at the same
trade-
time? Okay.
No,
That
I
definitely
wasn't.
looked like a boob shot, and then it turned into like headshot.
A headshot. I think it's where there's that little ramp right there going up into the middle. I think that's where it sort of threw it off.
Yeah.
Initiating match.
But no, that did not come up as a headshot. That's why I was surprised that he killed her so quickly.
Underrated Cookie commented, okay, Zan just hard carried.
That was
fight.
from like point A, the first
I
fight.
know.
Yeah.
I just wasn't paying attention to comments at the moment.
But yeah, there's these little steps right here on the attacker left side. So I think that's where it looked like a chest shot, but it turned into a headshot.
Now we have
I don't know, just looking from their
Zarya
POV, it still looked like it was like on the
the
chest.
quiet ones.
But
Yeah.
that could also have been our leg versus like their.
See how this Zarya Risa goes.
We're gonna go with a Bastion comp on this one.
Oh man.
Wait, a Narissa
Bastion.
Zarya Bastion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should
That
No
could
res,
actually
no
sort of-
immortality field, no. This is gonna be interesting. I'm actually kind of curious how
Yeah.
this is actually supposed to play out.
I
it
feel
can
like
either go
it could
really
work
well or really bad.
because Bleeding Lizards does have the Junkrat. Junkrat can feed the Zarya, especially if he tries to hop onto the Bastion.
But they also have the Doomfist who could harass their backlines.
It is, but like
watched
the
that,
Broncos
Sam.
could be very
See?
susceptible to just be. As soon as the Bastion's gone, he's gone. Like there's no res, there's no mortality field.
And
You
then
got a
Doomfist getting in
singular
the
bubble.
back. I've actually never seen this before.
You've never seen a Doomfist flank on this map?
No, I don't know
Doomfist
how he got back there. Like I do that with Tracer, but
He
And-
punch.
ooh, I know,
Icarus
I watched
getting
it.
the first pick to get the
Takes
main
the
healer out. This
flank.
is actually great for Bleeding Lizard.
Is on the main
Oh, no,
healer?
not main healer.
Or was-
Sorry, we have
I was
a
like-
Moira.
Yeah, and instantly switched off on it to Lucio. So now we have the Lucio Moira on both sides.
Meek getting the Bastion out of position, but he does
Jump
happen
right
to.
on the top, trying to break that shield down. Trying to get in there to that Bastion.
He's probably just
And then
farming his ult at the
Doomfist
moment in
is
time,
just trying
he's
to
just, or
get in
breaking the shield.
That
Probably.
Bastion's just trying to shoot him down.
And
Shoot
dragging
him
down.
from the Bastion.
Zarya goes for the Narnia charge. Accidentally knocks herself off the ledge.
Ooh.
No, you hate to see it. Meanwhile, Broncos is just obliterating Zan, almost taken out by the Martyr nades. Does happen to get back in enough time. This Bastion comp, as weird as it is, it seems to be
It's
working,
working.
for him. For now.
Really, but
until
yeah, it's
until we
working.
until
Yeah.
until we see the ults. All the ults come
Oh,
out. Once all the ults come
the
out.
Doomfist now we're on the Hanzo.
Much better choice, I
Ooh.
find.
And the headshot immediately on
On King?
floor. Yeah.
And the-
another one.
So
took
both
out
supports are now
both
down.
Supports.
This is when
Now they're
Bleeding
gonna try
Lizards
to
want
make
to
a
push
good
in.
push. They might try to take out that May. That's just ice block. She has no self healing,
Arya takes her out.
and she gets it. Looks like they're taking this.
This is the point they have.
Yeah, this is theirs.
Meanwhile, Arya still happens to have her shatter for next fight. Silverstar has his beat. If they can make this push nice and heavy, they could actually get the
The win.
on first push. I mean, they got
All they
4.5
have to do
minutes.
is just get that 2.5 tick.
I mean, Zan's really close. He's got like almost tire right now. He's just got to get one more nade. There we go. Got it.
And he has his tire.
Out comes the
It's a
Bastion
couple
ult.
more
They just
ticks.
want to just wait this out. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what the Bleeding Lizards want to do.
On a bad bubble, but the
Oh,
Thor, 'cause he
Icarus
stopped
going
shooting.
for the flank,
And it's
though.
shattered by the Rhine.
Oh no!
Gets Sigma, but the Rhine gets taken out. Bastion.
Arya went for both the charge
And beat by
and
the
the hammer down, so the shatter is completely gone. It ended up getting stalled out.
And now we have a Orisa instead of the Rhine. So we're running another Orisa Zarya combo?
I mean, if we
Unless
were next
Zarya
patch,
might
that
be-
would make sense, but...
Yeah. Maybe Zarya is just trying to get old and then switch off, but we'll see.
You know what? To
Maybe they'll
be
stick with
honest,
it.
with Zarya's ult being as powerful as it is, it would be really silly for them to give up this ult charge. It would
Yes.
screw up ult economy. Right now, their win condition is definitely going to end up being grab dragon. They're just
Grab Dragon's good.
they're just looking for something. They have nothing to block it from the
From the support.
Quiet One side, right?
No, they don't even have the.
No, Lucio. Oh no, he tried giving them sights, but he hit the platform.
And Dragon's taken out by a orb. And then
I require assistance.
Junkrat fell off or something?
And Dragon is taken out, and
And use
then
Ice Block. But
they're going to
here's
want to be
Lion.
able to make this play quick, though. They're going to want to get this End Dragon grab out quick, 'cause if they can actually end up stalling long enough, Quiet Ones can actually get this Lucio ult. They're not going to want to be poking as much as they are,
2.5
because
minutes.
it's not about the minutes, it's
This
about
time.
giving Lucio this ult, 'cause that could actually potentially
that's
save them,
true.
I think, from Dragon, if I'm not mistaken.
It depends
think
when he pops.
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, if he's smart,
it's
he'll actually do
late
it
enough.
partway through, so he can actually end up getting the extra health.
Shield out.
Yeah, let it extend out long enough before it
If
dies
he
out.
grabs, he can let the dragon at least get almost right in front of their faces, and then he pops speed, it'll save them.
And
Sort of like
But we're at a point where they need to actually... They're going to need to bait it out.
5 ults now.
Yeah.
Both Lucio beats.
At this point in time, they're going to need to bait it
And
out.
Orisa gets taken out by the Orisa.
They're waiting for
Lucio
it.
beat is all about the later the better.
You know what?
Yeah.
At this point, it would actually be smart for Bleeding Lizards to actually wait out for Zans to get his tire. Go for the Grab Dragon.
tire.
No, Grab Dragon.
Oh, grab. Yeah.
To bait out the Lucio beat and follow it up as they're all moving away with the tire. Because by the time it's over, it'll actually... The beat should be ended. This would actually be probably their biggest win condition at this very point in time.
And Dragon's
We just gotta hope that they have that
hiding right behind
coordination.
them. And he gets the
Out
grab
comes the
out.
grab.
Gets free.
Out comes
And
the
he gets a beat.
beat
And
and,
the
the dragon. Here
And then
comes
the tire.
And
And he gets
He only gets the
just
one.
pick, but still.
it's a
still-
high quality
it's
pick, and
still-
everybody's
yeah.
super low right now, right? So they
Yeah.
could actually capitalize
And
us
they
real
take it.
hard.
They might have this game, but May's coming out, and Dragon's pushing their spawn now.
By the way, who called it?
And they take it. Looks like Bleeding Lizards take their first game.
It wasn't in the exact order that you called it, but it still happened.
The exact order, I said grab dragon, then tire.
Yeah, he did.
Play of the game.
Well,
I
you
called
said
it.
something about them call it out.
Beating.
Yeah, he said
Um,
grab, dragon, beat, tire.
And actually, well, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether the beat comes out before the dragon or after the dragon. It's still, typically you want to bait out the beat by using the grab dragon. In that stance. But with how close Zan actually was with his tire, it was smart for them to actually do it in that order. And I'm going to say it's potentially either Stanley or Meek, I know, are shot callers for this team, so that very well could be the play that they called out. I'd be interested in actually knowing if that was, you know, planned, or if they were just like, just use everything, guys.
I mean, it was basically either go in with everything or just lose the fight. And luckily, they lucked out and got that win.
That last fight was
It was
fairly
very
well
interesting.
coordinated. We're fairly well
Yeah,
coordinated.
it was.
So this last map that we're actually, sorry, last map. I should not say that because there's
Just
a
in
good
case
chance
of a
that
tiebreaker.
yeah, exactly. And you know, and
Savannah, if I'm not mistaken, or
oh yes, it is.
yeah. I am hoping to see double sniper on both teams.
I want to see at least one sniper. I don't care about double sniper. I want to see one sniper.
I was still shocked about Battle Biscuits in the Ryu game going both double shield and double snipers on both sides. It was very interesting to watch. Do we have any switches, or is this the
I am
team
just
comp?
checking right now.
Alrighty. Yeah, I was actually about to look myself.
that last map that last map definitely should have given Bleeding Lizards actually a big spark of hope, because they've been fighting pretty well so far. Except, I mean, Busan was a little one-sided, but since Busan, they have collectively started getting better and better. We are on the third map. This is the point where they want to do the reverse sweep. If they take Havana and they end up being able to get to Oasis, that could end up being Bleeding Lizards swap. Wait, whoa! Interesting. So we are now going to be seeing Ari moving to damage.
Ari on
Zan
damage?
moving to tank. So I'm going to assume that I'm thinking at this point we're actually going to be seeing a little bit of extra Sigma play here from the Bleeding Lizards. Zan's a pretty big Sigma fan. So I'm assuming
He's
we're
so
going to be
upset about the nerf.
I do not blame him, but to be fair, Sigma is still going to be good, Zan. Do not worry. It's just going to be, you need to have a lot more skill with Sigma in order to actually play it well. Shield management is going to be huge for the most part. The rest of it is better. Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, Sigma is, his nerf is really just to his shield. Everything else about him is, I mean, not everything else about him, but his armor, shield and suck crap is getting buffed, both timing-wise and the amount of shield you get from it. I can't even remember what it's called. What's it called? Something grasp?
It's like
Kinetic grasp.
That's
Kinetic grasp or the suck.
Yeah, I just said suck.
the suck, she says.
That Moira shot was a direct headshot on my screen, by the way. All right. Well, I figured if anything. So, for those of you guys actually don't know, the way that Blizzard's servers actually work is that the source is in the benefit versus something like COD where the server has the benefit. So any of the ping that actually has the difference, if you end up sending it with your direction on your screen here in Blizzard, it actually translates to that on there. It's like saying, I hit the headshot on my screen, and they just say to Blizzard server saying, he hit a headshot, and it's like, alright, cool. Whereas in COD, it's just like, I fired at this time, and them saying, being like, he was here at this time on their servers. So we get the benefit on our side here in Blizzard world.
I mean, to be honest, that happens on Overwatch too.
Well, okay, that's an extreme ping conditions, but typically the source has favor. Typically. So it looks like both teams are now good to go. We are moving into map number 4. We are actually at a 2-1 for Quiet Ones.
Meek did say that was a headshot on his screen. So the ones are going with the same team, the switches, and Bleeding Lizards are switching Arya for Zan on different roles. See how this plays out.
Ready for battle.
And we have Arya on the Junkrat instead. We have double shield with a Reinhardt on the Bleeding Lizards. Oh no,
I think
he's on the
Dragon
Ash.
plays Reinhardt.
Endragon plays a lot of Reinhardt. Traditionally, I see Endragon play on Reinhardt. I think right now it's more so of their choice. I mean, we're in a lower elo, so it's more about how you play your characters together than it is about the actual comp itself.
Teamwork doesn't really matter in low elo.
No, teamwork still matters in a low elo. But it's less about the hero synergies than it is about
how you play them.
How you play them together.
Okay.
But like, for instance, we now have, like, Zan's taking an aggressive position by being so far front. That's going to get him punished. He's actually got hooked in.
We have both 2 Junkrats
Does save
and
himself.
2 snipers on each team.
I mean, I would hardly call
Meekers. You know what I mean, though.
hit scams. I mean, I was gonna say I would hardly back in like season 1 days. Yeah, I'd call McCree a sniper, no doubt, because he had no damage fall off back then. Icarus getting another friggin' headshot off of this. How come I'm not spectating him? I should be spectating his Ash. Oh, he gets hooked just as that happened. Saves himself. Oh, sorry, saves himself. He gets saved by Silver Star as he ends up getting pulled in. Bob comes out nice and early, which actually ends up taking the reins on
Bleeding Lizards are
this
just
lead they already had.
right now. They're doing a great defense. They're holding their spawn. Like, what is this madness right now? Now they're pulling back right to the payload. Keeping shields right in their face.
Really small. This is one of your favorite maps. Okay, what is it? What about it? It's not the whole Havana Unana bullshit, is it? Is it actually the map that actually is your favorite?
I mean, it is a good sniper map if you're good with like hit scans.
Yeah.
At least on this first point.
Nope. Yep. And Django has disconnected yet again. Right now, Ari is just getting real aggressive with this Junkrat.
Yeah, she is. She's killer with her Junkrat right now.
Oh, the amount of like successful spam she's getting is just building up that ult charge like rapidly, and
yeah, Junkrat can get
out
really
comes
quick.
the first friggin' shatter,
nice shatter,
which is not first shatter,
and
first
he
shatter.
gets yes, I believe so.
There was solid. Oh my DPI Stanley doing a little crouch dance.
Oh, and he gets the hook. Doesn't get away in time.
That's fine. He still ended up the way he ended up dealing with that McCree at that moment with the whole crouch dance in order to actually get it going. Out comes Tyre
by Team Broncos, and he gets one pick by the Lucio. Starting to push this payload now.
Right now, Bleeding Lizards is going to need to start giving them some space. They're not in a place right now where they should actually be, trying to be so aggressive. They do have both their tanks back at this point in time.
We have 4 ults on the Bleeding Lizards right now. Let's see how
looks
they
like
use them.
And it looks like they're being able to get themselves reset up. Endragon got hooked out of the thing, but Meek is actually taking out their Mercy. Bob coming out again.
And they get 3 picks by the Bleeding Lizards. They're playing very well now.
Well,
this
I mean,
might be their map.
Right now they're occupying a lot of space. They did get a good chunk of. They did get a good chunk of space in that last like maybe 30 seconds, but being able to actually hold it right here, this is going to be the toughest part for them to actually end up getting to, because right now with Bleeding Lizards actually holding this second corner here.
They're gonna try to go around the left side.
Well, there's a lot of there's very few flanks that Quiet Ones can actually end up going through. Out comes Tyre.
They take out
and taken out. Broncos is gonna have to actually start making some plays here with the May walls.
Yeah.
They do happen to get
doing pretty well in the May, but she gets charged by the Reinhardt. They're still pushing this. They might actually get the first point, and they do. And now up to 2.5 minutes.
It's a great hit scam map.
It is.
Oh, well, sorry. It's a great hit scam map for the first point if you're playing Widow. If you're playing Widow, second point sucks. Third point, it opens up again. You're good.
I usually play McCree on this map. And looks like they're still pushing this. Hog is doing very well on his hooks.
I actually almost prefer, if I'm going to go sniper, I almost prefer going Hanzo on this map, just because it's good both long and short range. You can do it the entire way through. You don't have to do any swaps. Widow is a little bit weird here. If I'm playing Widow here myself, I actually end up having to like lessen my sorry, increase my sensitivity when I'm in this room.
I always have high sensitivity though, but I just can't play on a controller. So
I
I just
have-
don't play on console.
I have high, so I have every single hero on 90/90, regardless. But like Widow, for instance, I have like my zoom is increased to a certain point, and I adjust my zoom relativity thing depending on the map, and then I also adjust my aim ease in. Aim ease in, aim ease in.
I do the aim smoothing and everything.
Sorry,
have
smoothing.
100,
Smoothing, that's the one. Aim
Yeah,
ease in
smoothing.
is always 0. Smoothing is the one that I adjust, depending on the map.
Is yours at 0? I have ease in on 30.
There was a while I had it on like
beat by
12.
Silver Star.
Saving the team.
Blizzard by T Broncos. Like taken out by Stromberg.
Lizard's getting
But
frozen
getting
into submission.
destroyed right now. Looks like this part of the map is not their part. But they still get them to like 30 seconds.
See, Ash would actually be good all the way through, but, you know.
Yeah, she is. Especially if you can hit consistent shots, you're gonna be a problem. Lucio gets taken out by the May. Got an ult by the Sigma. Doesn't seem to get anyone though. They're playing up there by their spawn though. And they get taken out by the Creed.
From behind does happen to actually take out the Reinhardt, and he grabs
like, push
Ari
up
at
by
the
their
same
spawn,
time. They're gonna get a lot of space off of this one.
Spawners. Yeah. Well, it's still pushing that, and probably went to playing very well now. Now we have one ult on each side, and they have a tire coming out, but it doesn't seem to get anyone. We're trying to get that Mayo with the Roadhog or Reinhardt.
Oh, and it looks like Ari boops Furious off the map. T Broncos does happen to get the res, and it does look like Ari does push herself away from getting frozen. Yeah, well, this is going to be a difficult point to actually end up. I'll be surprised if we actually have a
couple
secure
picks
here.
coming out. Say, Bleeding Lizards take this defense.
Oh, bleeding Lizards have taken like a commanding lead in numbers. There's no way that they're going to be able to exactly not defend this.
Yeah.
Now, I mean that is a great distance. They're at that last choke essentially, and that last choke is probably one of the hardest to push through. So.
Initiating match.
Thinking we're probably might see the same team comps again.
We're probably looking at something fairly similar, even if it's a swap on either, like where Quiet Ones end up like taking, say, a
Ready for battle.
Oh
more
no, we got
defensive side.
Eagers
Oh
on
no,
Genji.
interesting. We're actually gonna go with a double shield, but with Ryan, Orisa, Genji,
We still have the double Junkrat though.
Junkrat. Yeah.
Attackers incoming in 30
Orisa Ryan and Hog Orisa.
It's one of those sad states where like basically like we see Moira on literally every single map in this game. It's great that she's finally getting a healing nerf because that seems to be something. I mean, arguably, I'd actually end up almost saying that like I'd expect to see Lucio on every single map of the game. I mean, we've seen him virtually every map of the game, but like
attackers incoming.
Moira's been in
Yeah, we
every
have.
single comp. so far, with exception to Mercy. Xanadite taking the Orisa though. That's I haven't seen Xan in an Orisa in a long time. This is going to be great. We actually do happen to have a Bastion.
Taken out by Brawl.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, Fierce Lion on Bastion now instead of T-Broncos.
Well, there was no Bastion. Oh, you're talking about on Volskaya. I thought you meant earlier. I was like, there was no Bastion.
No. Ooh, and T-Broncos takes out Arya with Junkrat.
Yep, they're definitely making some switches in order to actually deal with this Bastion. Bastion's kind of a pain in the ass.
Ashe instead of Genji.
Although they're leaving the Bastion fairly open up on the high ground. Like none of the tanks are actually trying to defend him. They do happen to have a res for him at this point in time.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a shield. He's just kind of sitting there doing his thing. Some shots.
And with Bleeding Lizards actually going for this really aggressive side push, it'd be a great time to go for something like a Bastion and just burn him down with it. Like, man, T-Bronco's taking out like half the team though. He gets killed himself.
And
he does stop the push.
Mercy tried to get that res, but she was already on fire. So that's res use right there, 20 seconds. Now, got a hole on the Bastion. Trying to focus him down now. Ashe going up there with him. And takes him out.
No small.
Like
I would not be arguing about the suck. I'd be arguing actually about the balls. Or orbs. Right now, Nabo is just taking like that corner so hard.
Ooh. Might be going overtime with this one too, it seems.
On this final push? Oh yeah.
Yeah. This first push always seems hard to attack against and defend. Just because there's like not many places you can go besides main or that left room right there, and then the right side.
At your request, small. See what you got going on. See what you got going on.
And
nice,
she
nice.
gets that res out.
Corner res.
Oh! T-Broncos gets 3 picks. Bob coming out by Acres. Gets the Bastion down too. And Ashe is just getting picks left and right.
Mercy's the only one left being like, where's my savior to get me out of here?
Yeah.
Does find that escape artist. Comes out with Elk. Broncos looking for a couple picks. Meanwhile, Xan is coming out.
And they use Tire. Junkrat.
Looking for something.
And they get a pick.
Well, after they got the point. It clearly wasn't necessary at this point. But I mean, hey, you got your pick. Get your pick.
I mean,
you probably
Junkrat
panicked them
gets
enough.
old so quick, so.
In Narilo.
Depends. Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna. Well, I mean, he can too. Like if he's clever, where he's throwing him. Our elo, I definitely end up thinking we actually have a lot less in the way of like coordination that gives you the ability to, not take random damage.
Yeah. A lot of us don't play smart with that. Nope. AKA me.
But I mean, you look at higher elos, they're not relying on shields, they're relying more on like natural cover versus artificial.
Yeah,
and we actually happen to have Hog getting super aggressive here.
Yeah. We have 3 ults on the Bleeding Lizards, so they could push this.
Endragon does get the Bastion out. That's actually a really high priority pick. And we got a Boostio now in the mix. Silverstock gets the boost.
Boostio. And it seems that they're having a really good fight right now. Tire by
Pyre
once, but it
taken
doesn't seem to
out.
get anyone.
Plus
Yeah,
Silver
but
Star
the
actually takes out
Dragon's
the
ult.
Junkrat at the same
Got
time.
whole hog and Coalescence going down, but he beats it. And we get the Sigma ult. But
Quiet
it
Ones
doesn't
actually
seem to be really getting any picks right now.
Quiet Ones are actually stabilizing really nicely at this point. Like, literally everybody's on fire at the second too. Yet they survive. They survive.
They just don't want to die. And now they're gonna, the Bleeding Lizard's gonna have to do something.
I feel like Meek is going for like a little,
Got the payload and I'm moving out.
sneaky moment here. Somebody's caught him. He knows he needs to back out. Fight's going on. Oh, he almost got caught right here. He decides, fuck it, I'm
On the
just gonna
logo,
go for
using
fucking...
that bob, and she gets the Risa.
That was
the bob pull.
sneaky as hell. It did cost him his life, but it did
Yeah.
get the main tank out of the running.
And it seems two of them are anti right now on the Quiet Ones. Gets taken out too. And now we have a Tracer instead of the Ash to try to push this.
It's probably to get it back to point real quick.
Yeah.
Right now we got a Valk that's coming out. This actually may very well save the team if
And the
with
Blizzard,
the Blizzard.
by the May.
Oh, this
And
may
Tracer
be
gets
what
taken
wins
out.
the map for them.
Yeah. That, it looks like it. But Hog's trying to contest, trying to get at least a pick, but he just can't do it. And Coalescence coming out. And that looks like game.
Victory.
Wow, that was a crazy game. Didn't really expect all of it.
Play of the game.
DPI Stanley with the play. He's healed, but also doing a little damage at the same time. Just were good plays on both sides, though.
Alright.
It was
So,
really looking for. It was really looking towards Bleeding Lizards about to take it, but Quiet Ones were just defending very well.
good couple points where I actually thought that Bleeding Lizards were actually going to end up taking that second point for sure. Both teams fought super hard, and some of those points are actually really difficult to actually take on Havana. So if we were to actually end up taking a vote for our MVP, we did end up having we did actually happen to have a vote pass for recently where we no longer have to do it from the winning team. So if you were to have your vote, you said Icarus?
Yeah, he was holding out very well for his team, trying to get those picks out. But also DPI Stan was keeping his team alive very well.
And Tay?
I could agree on the Stanley.
On Stanley?
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't go wrong with Stanley myself.
Yeah.
Stanley
Supports are definitely evil.
Especially with somebody integral to a team like Stanley. Stanley has proven himself on a few different roles, like as being insanely awesome. Same thing today. I'd be good with Stanley. I'd be good with Stanley, and then
Stanley.
Icarus as an honorable mention for Bleeding Lizards, and then Quiet Ones honorable mention then.
Brawl. He was
insane.
Hog. He was insane, Hog. His hooks were crazy.
Can we talk about Chris's Mercy?
Oh my god. His Mercy plays are really good too. I was questioning that one res earlier, but after that he was just popping off.
So who?
Chris on the Mercy.
Yeah, Chris was... I like that. Chris awesome. So we want to go. We want to go with Chris as their MVP, or sorry, honorable mention for Quiet Ones.
Yes.
All right, let's see if Stanley wants to join us. Let's see if Stanley wants to join us.
Now it's 3-1, right?
It was a 3-1 game for Quiet Ones, but Stanley's a monster.
Yes,
we know
he
that
is.
from start to finish, no matter what game he's fucking a part of. That bastard.
I mean, both teams themselves, they all played naughty. Like, they were really good. It was really a hard game to tell, like, who was going to win at the end.
Yeah, it was hard to tell.
Mr. Stanley.
Hello,
You
greetings.
were a
The
monster.
Reaper who has caused me so many bad dreams in the last few weeks. At the same time coming in and then doing this on support.
Yeah, I pride myself on my support play more than my DPS play, actually.
Pretty sure your
Yeah, your
support
war
is
is really good.
Yeah,
your
thank you.
highest rank too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to say, sometimes your game sense is way beyond our tier. But at the same
We're not
time,
gonna
like,
talk about
dude,
that.
you're well, you know, he's got the brain. He's
anyway.
got the brain. He's got the brain. That's what matters, right?
Yes, exactly.
So how was it in comms tonight?
You know, it was pretty good. There's obviously like some kind of struggles going on, but besides that, we grouped up pretty well. I like to say that we actually got ourselves together a couple times where looked like we were going to lose the games.
What do you mean by a few little struggles?
Especially during the Volskaya when we had to, just sort of hide around the corner from the Bastion. You know, there's a lot of, like, I wouldn't say there's, like, negativity, but there's obviously, like, a lot of struggles just trying to get past that point.
Stressing in the team itself.
Yeah, there's a lot of shot calling coming from 5 different people shouting all over each other.
That can actually get very
that always
confusing.
happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you actually just got to narrow it down to one final shot
Sometimes,
caller.
yeah,
Information
someone
can
just
actually
gotta
come from
talk
everybody
every-
else. Questions can come from everybody else. Suggestions can come from everybody else. You just follow the one shot caller's ruling.
Sometimes there's just got to be that one person be like, hey, everyone, just calm down and do this. We can get this. And
Yeah, Arya had
sometimes you just have to calm down and get the right mindset, and then you can do it.
Arya actually had a good time helping us, trying to calm us down.
In what sense?
Yeah, she was doing good today too.
Yeah, especially with the teabagging.
I've seen some of them.
Pro teabags, right? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There was actually some really good ones from like Meek. I remember on Busan, he gets he throws the bomb into the mix, and then he goes over and grabs the Moira immediately, and then as soon as the Moira dies and the bomb goes off, he's like teabag, teabag, teabag.
Yeah, Meek was nutty today.
He was pretty.
Yeah, he
Well,
really
he's always
was.
good. He's always good.
His headshots were
Yeah,
on point.
Zan
Zan was popping off
Dude,
today. I've
Zan
never seen him
had
play
some-
DPS.
Yeah, well, we really haven't. In the last couple of games, he's actually been playing Junkrat, and your
Yeah.
first couple maps, he came in with some pretty clutch fucking tires, man.
Yeah, those 3Ks were popping off. And then Ari on the Junkrat, I wasn't expecting, and she was popping off too.
Yeah.
All right, so
you're-
we're coming into this. Were there any talks about how this was going to go? What you guys were actually going to plan on doing? Who was doing what, or anything? Or was it just kind of like a run and gun kind of show?
We had plans to have me and Silver on support, which stuck throughout the entire match, and then it was a combination between Arya and Meek swapping between tank roles, and then pretty sure everything else was just the same.
Till the very end when you had Zan on the Sigma and
Yeah.
Ari on the DPS role.
Mm-hmm.
Which he wasn't doing bad as Sigma.
No?
Haven't seen him play Sigma in a while. So yeah, he was doing pretty well. But I think both teams were doing really good today.
Yeah.
It was really hard to tell who was going to win. Really had high hopes for you guys, but it's
You guys still played pretty hard. You guys still played pretty hard.
Yeah,
There was lots of
guys
points
still
where we
played
thought
badly.
it was going to happen. Just unfortunate moments kind of go around.
Yeah.
I mean, was there a lot of hostility during that, or anything in your comms, or what was going through your mind?
Just some bunch of shouting and having me scream around the payload. You know.
All right, you guys had fun at least, though, right?
Yeah, we did.
Always
good.
fun.
That's what matters, right? In the end,
Exactly.
you guys had fun.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll give you a moment to give any kind of message out to the crowd and your fans before we end up kind of closing this off for the evening. But other than that,
I'm not sure if I have any fans because I'm just that Reaper one trick. That
it's
We are all your
not a Reaper one trick when you end up going from fucking Reaper being
well, former Reaper
hard
one
ass
trick.
to fucking support being hard ass. Not hard carry, just a hard ass on the team.
Yeah.
You did have a lot of great stuff that came out of your team tonight, despite your loss.
Yeah, like the scores are a little bit misleading, as I like to say, because it was actually a lot closer than the score lets on.
Oh, definitely. They're like, I mean, a lot of the times I think it actually happened to come down to some unfortunate staggers. Quiet ones capitalized on a lot of staggers that really kind of screwed up like a lot of your respawn times and where you guys could actually take your fights. I mean that's where your respawn times actually affect, but like not being able to group up in time, etc. So, as unfortunate as it is, both teams played insane. Right, Quiet Ones came out on top, and they did great. I mean, Brawl was actually. You know what? Let me get your take on what your team. What did your team think was the greatest threat from Quiet Ones during the match, not before the match, but what was your biggest threat during the match?
Probably the May.
The Mayo. So Django.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Django or
Just two-
who's the other one?
Just two mays.
Django?
T-Broncos was also on.
T Broncos. Okay.
I think it was Django that we were all worried about.
During the first
Yeah,
couple
Django
maps.
is a really good May.
Yeah.
I play with him sometimes, and he's really good.
He had
knows
a
what to
couple
do.
great splits. There were a couple points where he ended up deciding to go with not deciding to go with, but he got a couple of nutty headshots on some
Yeah.
people that actually turned fights completely around. So no, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good game to watch, definitely.
Awesome.
I
Well,
enjoyed every second of it.
I look forward to finally facing you yet again. Next time, I do plan to squash you. So good luck to you then.
Oh, this is probably gonna be a long standing.
We're gonna get steamrolled.
We're gonna totally no. Fuck that! No, fuck that. We're not gonna get steamrolled.
Don't talk like that. 'cause
You
then
You don't
are
talk
gonna
like that.
lose.
All right,
You
you're second
always
string.
talk
You're
like
second
gonna
string.
win.
No, you're second string. Thinking we're gonna get steamrolled.
Yeah.
You're gonna put me on the bench the whole entire game.
But also,
Only if you're gonna
don't
think
talk
like that.
You're gonna steamroll teams because that's what
But
happened
then
to my team.
they're gonna end up needing a sub on the enemy team, and then there I am.
Killing Oscar.
Bam.
Yeah.
90 headshots in a row.
Oh yeah. When he should have won the 1v1. That's
Oh, yeah.
great.
Yep. Anyways, all right. Well, thanks for joining us, Stanley. We're gonna call it the evening. I think we
Next
only
game
actually
will
happen to have
be
one.
when?
I think we only have like one game this weekend. We have on the 1st. We have on that's Sunday. Sunday at 8 p.m. We have Ryu versus Team Habibi. Again,
Ooh.
that actually
Nice.
happened last weekend, I think.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last weekend we had a Ryu. No, it was Moshi
Was-
Moshi versus Team Habibi. I think was actually the one that we looked at before. Ryu was versing Battle Biscuits beforehand. So we have, but we have this weekend. We will have Ryu versus Team Habibi on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
So this
Eastern
weekend is
Standard
just
Time.
EU games.
And then we actually go. Well, there's no other game besides that this
Yeah.
weekend. Once we get into next week, we're going Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and that is all of our. That's three tier 1 games back to back to back. All at 8 p.m. They're all evening games, Eastern Standard, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 8 p.m. Keep an eye on our Discord. Well, for those of you who are in the Discord, or keep an eye on our Twitter page, and we will probably give a posting for when those games are taking place. And join us again here on Twitch.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Stanley, for joining us. Thank you, Blink, for being co-host, and thank you for being a moderator Twitch chat person for us, Tay.
Yep.
All right.
Definitely enjoyed being here.
Did everyone do? And good night.
Yeah.